Welcome back to my YouTube channel Coins Master, where we explore the rich and fascinating world of numismatics, and today, we're going to dive deep into the long and detailed professional history of the 1967 Lincoln penny, a coin that on the surface might seem common and ordinary, but when examined closely reveals a wealth of history, economic impact, production variations, collector value, and cultural significance. This journey will take us from the coin's origins and its place in American history to its metallurgical properties and mintage nuances, all the way through to collector interest in today's market. So settle in as we uncover the full story of the 1967 Lincoln cent, a coin born in a time of economic transition, political unrest, and rapid technological advancement in the United States. The Lincoln cent itself was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, marking a turning point in American coinage, as it was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure and not the allegorical representations of liberty that had been used for over a century. The designer, Victor David Brenner, was chosen by President Theodore Roosevelt as part of his campaign to elevate the artistic quality of American coinage, and his depiction of Lincoln was based on a plaque he had previously sculpted, which was admired for its dignity and simplicity, and from that first moment the Lincoln cent became an icon in American pocket change. Fast forward to the mid-1960s. The United States was in the midst of major change, not only politically and socially, but economically as well. The Coinage Act of 1965 had recently been passed in response to a nationwide coin shortage caused by the rising value of silver and hoarding behaviors among the public. As a result, silver was removed from dimes and quarters, while the cent retained its copper composition. But the mint took several measures during this time to streamline production and increase efficiency, one of which directly affected the Lincoln penny, and brings us to the numismatists. But it created a unique period in coin history where coins from different mints were indistinguishable from one another. And this has had lasting implications for collectors ever since, because although we know from mint records that the 1967 penny was produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints and at the San Francisco assay office, none of the coins bear a mint mark, which means that tracking down the exact origin of any individual 1967 penny becomes an interesting numismatic puzzle. In terms of mintage, the 1967 Lincoln penny had a massive production run with over 3 billion coins struck across the three facilities, making it one of the most common coins of the 1960s. However, that abundance doesn't diminish its historical value, because when examining coins from this year, collectors often focus on condition strike quality die varieties and errors, which can greatly increase a coin's desirability and market value. High-grade examples, particularly those graded MS67, red or higher, are scarce and command a premium at auction, especially those certified by top-tier grading services such as PCGS or NGC. And this leads us into the fascinating world of die varieties and errors associated with the 1967 Lincoln cent. During this period, the mint was producing an unprecedented number of coins under great pressure, which led to a range of minting anomalies that are now eagerly sought after by collectors. Among the most well-known varieties are doubled die obverses and reverses, die cracks, die chips, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and coins struck on improper planchettes. The most famous of these is the 1967 double die obverse, though not as dramatic as the famous 1955 or 1969's double dies. It still exhibits clear doubling in Lincoln's profile, the motto, or the date, when viewed under magnification, and such examples can fetch hundreds of dollars, depending on condition. In addition to errors and varieties, the 1967 penny marks a period of experimentation and transition in mint practices, including planchette preparation, alloy tolerance, and striking pressure. Some numismatists study this year are especially prone to oxidation and toning, which can affect both their appearance and value. Coins designated red are the most valuable as they exhibit the original bright copper color, seen immediately after minting, and these are often only preserved in rolls or carefully stored collections. The next tier is red-brown, which shows partial toning, and then brown, which are fully oxidized and usually seen in circulation. Each color designation can significantly alter a coin's value even among examples of the same numeric grade. Beyond the technical details, the 1967 Lincoln penny carries historical resonance from the Vietnam War to the civil rights movement to the Apollo space missions. This coin circulated in the pockets of Americans during a time of great national transformation. Every cent spent at the time carried the image of a president who symbolized unity, freedom, and perseverance, and for that reason alone, many collectors hold these through rolls of 1967 pennies, hoping to discover rare double dies, repunched dates, or mistruck examples that might have slipped through quality control and ended up in circulation. Online marketplaces, auction houses, and coin shows frequently feature 1967 cents in various conditions, and the demand remains steady, especially for certified high-grade examples and known error varieties. Many numismatists use this coin as a teaching tool to explain the importance of mintage records, die varieties, and the impact of mint policy on coin production. For that reason, the 1967 penny serves not only as a collectible but as a case study in the evolution of modern American coinage. To conclude this comprehensive journey through the history and significance of the 1967 Lincoln penny, we've seen how this humble coin encapsulates the story of mid-20th century America, how it reflects both technological advancement and traditional design, how it reveals the interplay between government policy and everyday currency, and how it continues to inspire collectors, scholars, and history enthusiasts alike to look deeper than face value, because behind every coin there's a story, and behind every 1967 Lincoln penny there lies a chapter of American life waiting to be discovered, examined, and appreciated.